Hello and welcome to another edition of Diaspora Network, where we showcase Nigerians making their country proud around the world. I'm Teniola Oyetayo. On today's program, we explore Nigerians holding prominent leadership positions on the global stage, with a focus on young Nigerians making their mark. Our guest this week is Michael Situ, the Mayor of Southwark in the United Kingdom. We have an interesting conversation about the challenges he faced migrating to the United Kingdom at a young age, studying law, and the importance of involving young people in decision-making. But before we dive into all that, let's take a quick look at the news of the week.
Ayo Edebiri, the star of FX's hit TV show The Bear, has been awarded Best Performance by a Female Actor in a Television Series, Musical or Comedy at this year's Golden Globes. She is the first actress of Nigerian heritage to win this award. Ayo portrays Sydney Adamu, an up-and-coming sous chef who plays a key role in transforming a dying sandwich shop business in Chicago. Now in its second season, The Bear has become a hit since gaining worldwide success thanks to its stellar cast and storytelling. In a hasty one-minute acceptance speech, the actress, who wore a red satin custom Prada gown, also made an effort to thank the executive assistants working in the large production.
It just really means a lot. There's so many people who I probably forgot to thank. Oh my God, all of my agents and managers' assistants. To the people who answer my emails. Y'all are real ones. Thank you for answering my crazy emails.
Bear is currently streaming on Disney+. The University of Manitoba's Nigerian Student Association has posted a statement following the tragic death of a 19-year-old, Afolabi Stephen Opaso, following an incident with Canadian police. The group say they are committed to seeking answers and justice remains unwavering. On the 31st of December last year, Winnipeg police reacted to a 911 call from the university area regarding a male holding a knife and acting erratically. Upon arrival, an officer discharged his firearm, striking the economics student 3 times. Afolabi, who had reportedly been dealing with severe mental health issues, was transported to the hospital in critical condition and died shortly after as a result of his injuries. Representatives of President Tinubu, alongside the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, have expressed their deep concerns following the tragedy and are pushing for further investigations. The Nigerian Professionals Network has partnered with the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund to host an event aimed at shaping Nigeria's sustainable future. The theme of the Washington gathering was Integrating Health and Enterprise Development for Sustainable Growth. It featured the country's former Minister of Finance, Dr. Zainab Ahmed. Discourse centred around the role of the diaspora in establishing robust healthcare systems and empowering medium-sized enterprises to thrive in international markets. Italian football club Juventus has announced the signing of Nigerian forward Jennifer Echegini. The groundbreaking move makes Echegini the first Super Falcon star to join the prestigious Italian club. The 22-year-old, who was born in the Netherlands and raised in England, has signed a 2.5-year contract, which extends until June 2026. She will don the coveted number 26 shirt. Juliana Olayinka with the Diaspora Network News Wrap in London.
As always, we've been following the activities of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission as they continue to engage citizens living abroad through various programs.
Chairman of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Mrs. Abike Dabiri-Arewa, receives the British High Commissioner to Nigeria and the UK Permanent Representative to the Economic Community of West African States, Dr. Richard Montgomery, CMG, on a courtesy visit to her office in Abuja. Dr. Montgomery emphasizes the importance of Nigerians in diaspora in the UK and pledges more collaboration with NIDCOM.
We're interested in how you are reviewing the challenge and what opportunities you might see in the future. And I know you've talked in the past about both engaging in particular sectors. I think you've organised diaspora investment events. There are questions about how remittances are channeled and could they be better harnessed. in terms of investment. We have a lot of interest in two-way trade, so in the creatives. There are many British Nigerians working in both countries in the creative industries, music, film, sport, quite apart from the conventional City of London connections that we have. So with your counterpart, Honourable Minister of Trade and Investment, we're hoping to organise a signing of an enhanced trade and investment partnership hopefully in a couple of months from now. And we will have a high-level visit, we hope, to secure that, if everything goes to plan. And we have an Africa Investment Summit in London coming up in May, and there is already quite a strong connection with people interested in investing in Nigeria and Nigerian diaspora in the City of London who are watching the summit and maybe showcasing a few issues there. So we have an existing set of dialogues that might help build on our people-to-people links.
The Nidcom boss reiterates government's commitment to enhance engagement with the diaspora. She also harps on the importance of creating comprehensive sensitization and awareness for Nigerians migrating to the UK.
We have a data portal that we just set up for Nigerians globally. Look, we say we have 17 million Nigerians in the diaspora. Between 17 and 20, there are probably more. On the African continent alone, we haven't even added that. And they are migrating all the time. So we have a data portal telling Nigerians to register on the portal. And people, do I give my data? But you should. Google has your data. It was about this is where I am, this is what I do, particularly the younger ones. During crisis periods, during COVID, we had that much number in so many countries, but during crisis periods, we had to provide for them. So we have a data portal. We have the Diaspora Day, July 25 every year, where we have a gathering of Nigerians in the diaspora. Now, what we've done in the last few years is build our data, which is, getting the very successful Nigerians abroad to come together. And we're glad last year we had about almost 10,000 participants, both physical and online. Then we keep talking about diaspora remittances. It's going to even get better. We hope. But that's a projection by the World Bank, that despite the challenges, the diaspora, will even be contributing more to their country. So we hope the projection works out.
From Canada, the United States and the United Kingdom, Nigerians have been elected to various leadership positions, making active decisions in the country. Here are some of their outstanding stories.
Happy holidays.
Nigerian-American businessman and politician Adeyemi Mobolade made history as the first black mayor of Colorado Springs when he assumed office in June 2023. He was born and raised in Lagos, Nigeria, and moved to the United States in 1996. After his first and second degree, Mobolade settled in Colorado Springs, where he founded a church within the Christian and Missionary Alliance and co-founded 2 restaurants. He was also vice president of business retention for Colorado Springs Chamber of Commerce. Mobolade announced his candidacy for mayor of Colorado Springs in the 2023 election as an independent politician in April 2022 and clinched the seat to serve. In May 2023, Dr. Adekunle Oshibogun was elected deputy mayor of Buckingham in England, United Kingdom. His ties to the community began in 2004 when he arrived in Buckingham for his second graduate degree. 2 decades after, the deputy mayor is promoting community-focused initiatives, addressing residents' concerns, and overseeing the town's public service departments to ensure effective operations. Oshibogun hails from Ijebu-Ode, Ogun State, southwest Nigeria. Nigerian-British Pauline Akere George was elected mayor of Lambeth Borough in London from 2022 to 2023. The specialist nurse and alumnus of South Columbia School of Nursing, England, with a master's degree in international law from the London Metropolitan University, was the first female British Nigerian mayor of the city. She worked with the NHS, where she represented nurses in employment cases at work and in employment tribunals. In her almost 4 years as councillor of Herne Hill, Pauline fought against knife and gun crime and advocated new opportunities for young people. These and many more Nigerians are representing the interests of residents in different cities and making positive impact globally.
And just like in other sectors, many young Nigerians in the political scene in the diaspora are impacting lives and driving positive change with their outstanding leadership skills. Our special report sheds more light on this.
The network of Nigerians in diaspora has spread far and wide across the Western world, bringing with it skill, vibrancy, and a rich culture. According to data gathering platform Statista, Nigerians make up one of the largest non-British populations in the UK. London is home to the UK's largest Nigerian population, many of whom are based in or around Peckham, South London. It's an area also known as Little Lagos, where many Yorubas and Igbos have settled, and both Nigerian languages are commonly spoken. Common phenomena experienced by migrants is overcoming the culture shock and navigating unfamiliar territories. But more interestingly is how they overcome this phase, putting their skill, knowledge and experience to work and making their marks in the world of business, science, engineering, medicine, information technology, financial services, music, entrepreneurship, politics, and various other fields. In the political scene, quite a number of Nigerians are elected into top positions. They are showcasing their leadership prowess, making active decisions, and contributing to community and global development.
I often say democracy is best served when residents engage in the decision-making process, the decisions that affect their neighborhoods, and we successfully engage over 1,600 residents, police officers, firefighters, city employees, community leaders, all to share the feedback with me. And I want to thank our residents for taking time to provide valuable information that will help shape the work that I do.
In addition to serving and speaking up for communities in diaspora, they're also making a notable difference back home.
And now let's meet Michael Situ, from migrating from Nigeria to the United Kingdom at a young age to following in his father's footsteps and becoming the mayor of Southwark.
Nigerian-born British politician Michael Situ hails from Osun State, southwest Nigeria, where he was born. At a young age, he moved to the United Kingdom to join his parents and siblings in the late 90s and spent his childhood in Peckham during the regeneration of the North Peckham estate. He earned a bachelor's degree in law from the University of Essex and a master's in legal practice from the BPP University Law School. Mr. Situ has extensive experience in criminal law and youth representation. Inspired by his late father, Mr. Tayo Situ, who was the first African mayor of Southwark, Michael's interest and passion to contribute largely to society grew bigger, and in 2010, he became councillor for the borough of Southwark. During his tenure as member of the Southwark Council's cabinet, he played a crucial role in implementing significant initiatives. This includes successfully introducing a new domestic abuse strategy and spearheading a targeted approach at addressing antisocial behavior, prioritizing community safety within the borough. In 2023, he was elected into office as mayor of Southwark, a position he currently holds and is devoted to. During his spare time, the mayor enjoys adventurous activities. Over the years, he has run the London Marathon, cycled to Paris, and completed Mount Everest Base Camp and Kilimanjaro. Michael ran the marathon for the Tayo Situ Foundation, which he founded in honor of his late father. The foundation carries out excellent work with young people in the south and east of London. Mayor Situ is happily married with children.
Thank you so much for joining us on Diaspora Network. You've been a councillor for over 10 years now, and during this time, you've had various projects working with young people. What would you say has been your proudest achievement during this time?
Thank you very much for having me. It's been a real honour and privilege to be councillor for the London Borough of Southwark over the last 13 years. I would say that with the highest thriving communities of Nigerians within the UK. And over the period that I've been councillor of the Oakham Road, which brings together the North Peckham community and my South Bermondsey community, which many Nigerians live in, I've been particularly proud of the impact I've been able to make. One of the things which a lot of people remind me sometimes is the fact that actually me just being me just stepping forward and being a councillor has been an inspiration to so many young people. And I've been particularly proud that over the last 13 years, I've particularly made it a priority to work with young people, but not just young people, but particularly people from an ethnic minority background.
What's the journey been like for you, being born in Nigeria and then migrating to the UK in the late 90s and now having such an active role in politics?
So I remember growing up in Nigeria. I say that I would not trade my youth and my childhood in Nigeria, because that instilled in me the sense of gratitude, the sense of discipline, the sense of hard work, which I have here today. So I'm incredibly grateful for that. My parents had been living here since the 80s, so my older sister and I came to join them in the late 90s. And as it is with quite a lot of migrants, it was a difficult and challenging period for us. We've had to assimilate pretty quickly, and there were times when it was very difficult because our accent was much different to what it is now, and our sense of understanding of the environment around us was different to what it is now. I remember my kind of childhood in secondary school here in the UK. And the need for me to pretty much grow up pretty quickly in itself. And for me, in the midst of the challenges with kind of peer pressure, with bullying and with other things, some of the things that helped me get through those point of junctions were my love for sports. And I say to a lot of people in everywhere that sports, music and art are incredible tools to break down barriers, to break down differences, to break down discriminations, to break down prejudice, and it's incredibly important that we continue to open those opportunities out to our young people, but also to the wider community. And for me, that is what assisted me to kind of make kind of Peckham, Southwark my home over the years. I was fortunate enough to get a moderate level of GCSE, and then I remember thinking, what did I wanted to do at kind of university, and I kind of went from thinking I was going to be the God-given kind of footballer to realizing that my skills were not quite up to scratch, to deciding that I was going to then be the next best thing, which is to be the agents that manage the footballers, and then realizing that perhaps that was not my forte or my calling either. But I landed on being a lawyer because I thought actually it's incredibly important for us all that when we find ourselves in new environment, that we should try to understand the rules and regulations and the processes that govern those environments, because it's only when we understand that we can best understand how we conduct ourselves, how we can best make the opportunities in those environments, and how we can work with others within those environments. And I saw the law as a powerful tool to do that. The first set of things I did when I finished my bar school was to work with young people around me to set up a community organization, which was then called Community Fair, which was looking at utilizing the medium of football, sports, to bring young people together, to give them and to impact in them the career opportunities in which they need. So then the organization organized community careers fair that brought together employers, that brought together institutions, to actually provide the kind of information that would assist young people to pursue their life options. And I did that for a number of years till I then was privileged enough to become a councillor in 2010. And then since then, it's been a journey of trying to do what I can in the little ways I can to both inspire others around me and also to instigate change in my community.
Your father was also the mayor of Southwark. I'm sure he must have been a huge inspiration to you as well.
Absolutely the case. It's sometimes you do not appreciate how much kind of impact someone has on you until they're not there anymore. And for me, I lost them too soon. There's never a year that goes by that I don't think, what would he say at those particular moments in itself. And most of the values in which I have now are the values in which impact on me. And the values of kind of love, the values of caring for one another, the values of thinking about collectivism instead of individualism, the values of thinking about how you can ensure that the little you have go as far as possible beyond the borders of your home benefit, but also to the others in itself.
You're still actively involved in various engagements in Nigeria, including projects like helping out-of-school children. How important do you think the role of Nigerians in the diaspora is in contributing and still being actively involved in helping to solve issues back home?
No, you're absolutely right that when the going says that when opportunity is given to you, that there then is a sense of responsibility on you, that you not only make best the opportunities that you have, but you also extend those opportunities. You also seek to try to bless others. I see myself as I've been incredibly blessed, to have the opportunity to kind of come here and to have the opportunity to utilize my skills and to make the best opportunity that this environment has. But I think the responsibility is also on me to ensure that whatever I can do, not just in my own environment here, but also in the community that has blessed me so much before I come here, and I still have so much affinity to, that I do that. And that is what I've been trying to do over the years, is to see how I can support and benefit those who are in Nigeria in a collaborative way. I do not take claim that everything we do here is the best. There are things in which we can learn from Nigerians. There are things in which we can learn about the way in which the culture is organized, and the way in which the community is organized in Nigeria in itself, that we can kind of import here and we can make better. But I think for those who are here, the diaspora, I always say that the challenge is on us. We've got to do more. We've got to do more. We've got to think about how we can utilize our skills, our knowledge, our resources to benefit those who are less fortunate than us. Primarily in Nigeria, for those Nigerians that are based here, but those who are not Nigerians, anywhere around the world where they see injustice, where they see poverty, where they see kind of room for growth, that they should seek to try to effect change within those communities. I'm incredibly proud in the little way in which I'm contributing, and I will continue to do so into the future.
The UK has such a huge Nigerian community, excelling in various sectors. What advice do you have for anyone or any young Nigerian who's still trying to figure it out, especially those who eventually want to get into politics?
I would say go for it. I would say that the worst thing is that you get to 60-something, you look back and you think, what a missed opportunity. I've been blessed with so much gift, with so much opportunity. Young Nigerians, young people need to think about taking up those opportunities in itself. I say to a lot of people who tell me, oh, but I haven't really kind of achieved so much yet myself, or oh, I've only got this, oh, I'm not the mayor, or I'm not this. I'll say, look, the reality is wherever you are, there's so many more people behind you. There's so many more people that could benefit from where you are, the experience you have, the resources you have, the wisdom you have, that there is, in the same way as you're looking upward, to kind of receive kind of support from other people. And I don't consider myself as I'm at my finished position. I have mentors, I have people who impact on me, but I say to others that actually, so there are other people who are looking up to you to see what you can do. And the little you can do, whether it's visiting Nigeria to share your expertise, there are lots of people who could benefit from your expertise. Whether it is making small financial contribution, those money could go a long way in terms of actually alleviating poverty, addressing real needs, or it is in terms of actually setting up projects that has mutual benefit to kind of Nigeria organizations in Nigeria. There are real change you can make. There are real impact in which you can have, and it's only if you try that which you can get there. I get it. I understand it's tough. There are times where I think about whether I have enough time to do the things that pays the bills for my household. There are times where I think maybe I'm just not getting back enough for my kids to see me. Sometimes, on some days, I get back home too late and my kids have gone to bed. And sometimes I leave too early that I'm not able to see my partner in himself. But for me, I think the reality is that as human beings, we've got to think beyond just our horizon. We've got to think about us as part of a wider community of around the world. And we've got to think about sharing our time and benefiting others. In the same way as I'm sharing my time to benefit others, I'm hoping others can share their time to benefit my family, to benefit others. And I'm looking forward to others supporting my kids in the way as which I'm hoping to support others as well.
Well, thank you so much for speaking to us on Diaspora Network. It's been a pleasure speaking to you.
Thank you for having me.
And that's a wrap for this edition of Diaspora Network. Remember, you can watch more amazing and inspiring stories of Nigerians in the diaspora on our YouTube channel and website, channelstv.com. Till next time, I'm Tenyola Oyetayo. Bye for now.